We back. Alexa, stop. Want to know if we are going to be live tonight? Yes, we are. Yes, we are going to be live tonight. Tonight. Who sung that? Who sung the song Tonight? I want to make tonight. Y'all don't know about that song. Okay. Anyway, let's get started. Let me send it out. Let me edit the audience. Edit the live video. The audience seems to be on private. We want everybody to see that. Yo, listen, Alexa be talking too much, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like, Alexa be talking too much to me, man. I don't understand Alexa. You know what I'm saying? Alexa talk too much, man. Alexa talk way too much. Yo, I gotta get this out of the New England Youth Football chat room. Like, it's supposed to be on my personal page. I can't share it. What's going on? Copy link. It's supposed to be. Oh, that's Escape Tonight by Escape. Yes. Escape. I should have sung it. Your boy PH is back. Yo, we got a fun-filled night. This is going to be good. Trust me, this is going to be good. It's going to be good for all of us. But I don't see this on my page, my other page, and I'm not happy about that, y'all. Just say I'm not happy about it. We're going to make it work, but I ain't really happy about this. I'm not really happy about it. By the way, I'm eating hot dogs and pork and beans. I know some of y'all don't eat that no more. Y'all better than me, but I still eat that stuff. I still remember my old days. You ain't have much. You had to eat hot dogs and pork and beans. Some of y'all don't know about that life. Good to be privileged. Am I ready for my gift? Nah, I don't know what that means. What's my gift? Oh, yes. I am, Dolores. I know what the gift is. I am. Yo, okay. Let me try to post this on my page because I'm stuck in the chat room and it's supposed to be public. I cannot share it to the other. I got people out of Florida looking to podcast, looking for their kids to be announced. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going to hear it. You know? This isn't good, yo. This isn't good. I started too early. I had back-to-back meetings. I apologize. Your boy gonna get it. We gonna get this right. This isn't good, yo. It's this new software that got me edit privacy. It's public. Cool. How can I can't make it shareable off my page? I need a producer. Anybody want to produce the show? No, I'm serious. I do need a producer. I want a producer. Somebody in the background to be doing the switching, playing the stuff, doing all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's important that we get a producer done. Jose Gonzalez, what's up, Playboy? Hope all is well. Levi Jordan, what's up, my guy? Yo, IJ, hot dogs and beans on a butter bowl. What's a butter bowl? I don't know what a butter bowl is, brother. Bree, you are not invited on tonight's podcast. I just want to say that out loud before we get started. Not inviting you on tonight's podcast. Y'all got mad at me for being messy, so we're not being messy tonight. Good energy. Good energy, good energy, good energy, good energy, good energy. I got to practice what I preach, man. We got to have good energy. That's all. Hey, can somebody tell me if they see this on my regular page and not in the New England Youth Football Podcast, please? I'm looking to see if y'all can see this on my regular page. The tub of butter come in, yeah. No, I don't know about that struggle. I think I had a little bit of money in the hood. I don't know about the butter. IJ, you really went through it, bro. I give you props. You might have had it a little harder than me. I still walked up the avenue to get that block of cheese from the government that was in that brown box. But anyway, we don't need to talk about our struggles no more. We know what's going on. We know how we doing. Let's get to it.
I met a boy today.
That's me.
So fine.
If you know, tap in, share the post. It's your boy PH, aka The Press, aka Mr. Above One.
Come to my town and get with me. She love I'm around.
It's not about the amount of talent you have. It's 100% about the work ethic. Ask your coach or anybody that's been doing this.
I met a boy today. So fine.
Why is it? And they're going to say, oh, yeah, that's illegal. Cut this. Cut it out. All you coaches out there, cut it out. Because that's BS.
All right, it's your boy PH, a.k.a. The Prez, a.k.a. Shout out to Mace who liked my intro. Yolanda, tell Mace I respect somebody liking my intro. I'm going to make it better. But it's your boy PH, a.k.a. The Prez, a.k.a. Mr. Above 140, and we're going to talk tonight. We're going to talk about some things tonight. But we ain't going to be messy, but we're going to talk about some things tonight. My boy C said, let's get Mixxy. So we're going to get Mixxy with it tonight. But, you know, Mr. Above 140, and we are back for another pack-filled night. We're going to be highlighting youth. Before we do that, I think we need to talk about some cheerleaders, because I told y'all, I'm not drinking. This is a Shirley Temple, everybody. Cheerleaders, I told y'all that we were going to highlight cheerleaders, so let's do that, right? We're going to highlight these young ladies right out the gate because cheer competition was going around all around Connecticut. If you didn't send it in, that's on you. Let's highlight these cheerleaders. So, who we starting off with? Who we going to start off with? Hold on, y'all. Who we starting off with? Let's go. We're going to start off with the Milford Eagles Pop Warner cheer team. They got 2 trophies in their hand from Southern Connecticut Pop Warner. 2 trophies these girls must have put on for their city because they're doing their thing. So you got to give them props. Shout out to the Milford Pop Warner cheer team. Hey, there's another picture. Hey, Kristen Fisher, thanks for sharing the pictures of your girls. They got another picture. Let's just share it, right? Why not? Let's shout them out. Boom. This looked like one of the smaller teams. I don't know the level. She didn't put the level. Looked like it'd be Tiny Mike's, Mighty Mike's, but they got that number 1 up, and they got that big trophy right here in the middle. So shout out to the Milford Eagles, young ladies. Shout out to y'all. Y'all doing y'all thing. You know, we got to make sure we highlight the cheerleaders. On top of the fact, I got 3 cheerleaders, and if I don't shout them out, I'll be in trouble. Next up, let's go to AYC, and we are going to shout out the Meriden Raiders. They placed first in their division. It says Meriden Raiders, 10U, large, level 1. Shout out to the Meriden Raiders. These young ladies did their thing. They all look happy. They got flowers and trophies and medals. Shout out to all of those young ladies, man. It's a good thing, right? We got to shout out these young ladies doing their thing. You know that they show up. They cheer for our football players. When they're crying and losing, the cheerleaders still be cheering, right? They got to do their thing. So shout out to them. Next, We got the big dogs stumping the yard. Who the big dogs? Y'all know who the big dogs are. Waterbury Patriots, shared by my boy Terry. Waterbury not only came in first place, but they also won the Town Cup at the Tri-State / Metropolitan Pop Warner Metropolitan Cheerleading Extravaganza. They did their thing. Shout out to the Waterbury Patriots young ladies. Listen, I watched their performances. The boy was blown away. Shout out to the Waterbury Patriots. Those girls did their thing. I got to give them a lot of props. I'm just saying. They did their thing. It's true. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. And Waterbury shared a couple photos, so we might have to get back to them. Next, Mighty Mites, first place over in Southern Connecticut. Pop Warner, we have the Stratford Renegades, Mighty Mites. They came in first in their competition versus Northern Connecticut Pop Warner. Shout out to the Stratford Renegades. They did their thing. Look at these young ladies' faces. I mean, you know, when you win, you're supposed to be able to celebrate. And you can tell that they were celebrating. You know what I'm saying? They probably had like ice cream parties and stuff afterwards. Because, you know, the cheerleaders, they go party afterwards. You know, football players, we do too, but the cheerleaders deserve it. Uh-oh. Time to go down to the shore. Meek Minotti. We got best friend on this team. New London AYF, first place. Proud Dad 12U large division, said Jamar McClellan. Shout out to the New London Whalers. Y'all know Whalers, right? I think it's the New London Whalers. New London Whalers. Shout out to y'all for doing y'all thing. You know, I heard they did a great job putting on. So, you know, shout out to them. They did their thing, and you make sure you want to shout them out. What we talking about? We talking about cheer, Craig. We can't talk about cheer on the No Football Podcast. We got to shout out the ladies too, Craig. Come on now. You don't got no daughters. You don't know about this life, bro. You don't know about this life. I got 4. Okay, I got 4. So we got to shout out the young ladies before we start talking about football, okay? That's what we talking about today. Who else we got? Who else we got? Who else we got? Uh-oh. Y'all know who we got. Glasses and all. Shining, 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 yeah. All of this winning. Manchester Redhawks, 10U, Junior Pee Wee cheerleaders. Look at the glasses. You have to love it. Shout out to Manchester Redhawks. Shout out to Manchester Redhawks. Shout out to the Manchester Redhawks. And they're doing their thing. So you got to give them shouts out. Shouts out. Let's give Manchester glasses. Glasses. Let's give Manchester a hand. All right, let's keep going. I know you may not like this. If you don't like this, click off because we're going to highlight these young ladies tonight. I promise. And I got to come through, or I may not be married in the morning. I'm just saying, right? All right, so we got to do this. We got to shout out these young ladies. This is yes. Hey, and when I say cheerleading, we got to shout out the young ladies and young men. There was some amazing young men cheerleaders. I listen. There was one on Stratford. I mean, no, not on Stratford. One on Waterbury. Yo, he rocked the house. Y'all should have seen him. It was amazing. Holding the girls, flipping them up. I ain't strong as that young man. Shout out to him. He did his thing. You know, we want to make sure that we shout everybody out. And here we go with the Norwich 12U and 14U both getting first place in cheer. Norwich Wildcats. Shout it out loud. Shout out to the Norwich Wildcats. They did their thing. I wasn't at that competition, but I can only assume that it was a great day. Kebby, I just peeped the new Hartford Hurricane uniforms. Kebby, I was bullied by the cheerleader side. All of the presidents that run youth programming, y'all know we get bullied by our cheer sides, and that's okay. Nothing we can do about it. But up next, it's rocking with the home team. Your first place, Hartford Hurricanes JV team doing their thing at Berlin High School at the extravaganza. It was a party, y'all. If you ain't doing nothing on the 28th, y'all want to come through, bring your $25 because that's how much it's going to cost you. But still come through, have a party with us. you know, we be rocking the house, doing all that stuff. So shout out to the Hartford Hurricanes JV team. But since we had a couple teams coming number one, we got to shout out the other teams, right? And that's what we're going to do. Now we got the babies. The Hartford Hurricanes Mighty Might young ladies that came in first place. Let's highlight them. Booyah! Hartford Hurricanes Mighty Might. Look at the smile. Look at the smile. You have to smile when you're doing cheer. You got to smile when you're doing cheer, and she's smiling. Good job. Good job, ladies. That was thebomb.com. And last but not least, at least in this group, not for good, I'm going to show every single picture that y'all gave me out of respect for our young ladies. We got to do that. Last but not least, my Hartford Hurricane Tiny Mike babies. Look at her. She is focused. Shakes. She's focused, Shakes. Look at her. Look at her. Woo. Great job. You know, these young ladies, I wonder, you know, one day we should make the have a dance-off between football players and cheerleaders. I think cheerleaders might win. Football players, I think cheerleaders might beat y'all. I'm just saying. Not in cheer, but I'm just saying. Stratford, Pop Warner, Tiny Mike team. Heard you guys were state champions. If that's the truth, then I want to congratulate you. Jade Vasquez shared the picture. Nice uniform, Stratford. Nice stuff. All of the young ladies happy. One of them even have a rose or something in her mouth. You know, mom came down and gave her the rose as a congratulatory present. Congratulations to Stratford Renegades. That's like the second time I mentioned Stratford. Good job, Stratford. Who else we have? Oh, we have, drum roll, please. No, I'm not going to do a drum roll. We don't need to. The Danbury Trojans. That is her 3- and 4-year-old junior Tiny Mite team. Look at the young man in the middle. Look at the two young ladies. 3 and 4 years old. At 3 and 4 years old, they're doing cheer already. I mean, I don't even know if all kids in America is potty trained at 3. But they could pick each other up. They could flip. Listen, cheerleading might be harder than football. I'm just saying. I'm not appeasing the cheerleaders right now. I'm really being honest with you. You know, it might be harder than football. I'm just saying. All right, let's share some more Danbury Trojans. Let's stay here. Should we stay here? Let's stay here. Shout out to the Danbury Trojans. Boom. This is another team on Danbury sitting by the sidelines, chilling. And look like another team, the Trojan JV ladies. Shout out to the Danbury Trojan JV ladies. They have another comp coming up, you know. That's the qualifier. All of these cheer teams, listen to me. Go back, work hard, come back even stronger. Go, fight, win. That's like one of y'all favorite cheers. Oh, let's go to New Haven. How about we go to New Haven and watch the New Haven young ladies? I think they were rocking. Watch this. Out the tunnel. This is a dance team, y'all. I like dance. I'm doing a dance team in Hartford next year. Yeah. Hey, they did their thing. Shout out to all the dance teams. There's not many in Connecticut, so we all shout out the dance team. Shout them out. Congratulations, New Haven. That was hot. That was hot. That was also, I think that was their homecoming game. The next photo is shared by my boy Jabari out of the Bloomfield Junior Warhawks. Congratulations to the Bloomfield Junior Warhawks. The uniforms is popping. This is bright. They are smiling. They're having the time of their life at a cheer event. That was at the extravaganza as well. Shout out to the Bloomfield Junior Warhawk cheerleaders for repping their organization. Nice picture. Whoever took that picture, that was a pretty cool picture. That was actually pretty clear too. Shout out And that's what we have. That's it. Those are all the pictures that was shared to me. So shout out to all the young ladies. Everybody, give it up for all the young ladies. Cheer trains all season for 2.5 minutes set. They cannot mess up at all. Football give you 4 whole quarters to figure it out. Cheer is definitely harder. Salute to the ladies. Rodney Myers, my guy from the New Britain Junior Canes. I agree with you. Cheer is definitely harder. And I think, so all the cheer judges out there, this is the last thing I'm going to say. All the people that put together competitions, I think y'all got to have at least 2 opportunities for these young ladies to shine. They shouldn't be based on for just 2 minutes, and if they mess up, they out. Like, they should be able to compete like Saturday and Sunday, and you take the highest of the 2 scores and give them. I mean, football players get to throw interceptions, fumble, and all that, and still have an opportunity to win the game. Cheerleaders, no slack on y'all. So shout out to the cheerleaders. Anyway, they're doing their thing, so we want to shout them out. Anyway, let's get to talking about football. Here's my question for everybody out there. So we know that everybody out there, give me a second, y'all. Everybody out there love to say that they got the best program, knowing I got the best program, right? So that's going to rub some of y'all the wrong way. It's a joke. Y'all got to laugh. Everybody's supposed to think that they have the best program, because if you don't, what are you doing, right? But everybody loves to say they have the best program. So my question is, what makes a program great? Start talking to me, y'all. What makes a program great? I want to hear it from the parents too. We heard from the parents last week. And for the record, before we start talking, remember none of the young men that showed up last week, and I'm going to shout them out because I appreciated them. If you missed the discussion last week, go back and watch last week's podcast. It was the most watched podcast that we've ever had. It was amazing. Not one parent, not one child mentioned championships or winning or going to nationals when they were talking. So I want to ask you what makes programs great. Let's go to it. IJ from New Britain said discipline. IJ, elaborate on it. Are you saying programmatic discipline or instilling discipline on the kids from a coach's perspective? I think that could be 2 different things, brother. Just holler at me. Dolores said you got to have great coaches. So if the kids are having fun and they're being taught and the coaches is talking to them. Remember last week, the young man said, I want them to talk to me outside of football after the season. I think if you have all of that stuff, that could definitely be considered great. Preston Bell said dedication time, birthday, grades, travel events, etc. Sound like you saying the same thing, Preston, as Dolores was saying, and IJ kind of is. Be consistently involved with these young men and women that's playing football. Be consistently in their life. Be consistently involved with them. Constantly build them up. Show up at their birthdays, not just when they win in football games for you. I think that's what you're saying. I tend to agree with that. Me personally. Jamar said, Hungry Hartford. I agree with you, Jamar. The Manchester Redhawks program is pretty fire. I agree with that as well. Committed volunteers make a great program. JB, I will admit to that 100% because it is tough doing it without committed volunteers. Terry said culture. Terry, what you mean by culture? There's different.
Okay, I found this on the web.
All right. I got the new iPhone. He's tweaking. Stop. All right. So Terry, talk to me what you mean by culture, because the difficulty about culture is relative. You might have a culture of losing, but producing good coaches that's locked in with your kids, that care about the kids and all of that. A person that care about winning might say that's a bad culture. So talk to me about culture, what you exactly mean by there, because that could be thing. Bree said dedication. Who you talk about, Bree? The coaches, the organization, or everybody? Kids, everybody all locked in? I agree with that. To be great, that was a great catch right there. Connecticut youth All-Star game. It was fire. That was a great catch. I think that Bree, you saying overall dedication from all three layers: parents, administrators, and youth, right? I think that's what you said. When you make the move to next level, do you have the intangibles to play the game at that level? So as long as I'm teaching my kids football, LJ Washington, are you saying that that's all I need to do to make a program great? Talk to me about that. Longevity, ability to adapt to new norms, great coaches, ability to make an impact in the lives of the families. Shatia said that. Shout out to Shatia, the New Haven team mom. That's what she's saying. So she's saying longevity, be there for the long haul. Don't be quick. Don't make it a quickie. She's saying the ability to adapt to new norms as the game changes, as football changes. Is your program able to adapt to those changes, stay up with the times with the kids? And she's saying great coaches. JB said that. Ability to impact the lives of the players and the families. I think that comes with what everybody's saying. Having your kids in the off season, calling them up, seeing if their grades are good, checking in with them in the off season. It's nothing but a phone call, fellas. I mean, they came and played football for you. You recruited. You promised them the world. You said the Hartford Hurricanes, I am better at recruiting than Phil. He's a great businessman, but I'm better. But we got to call the kids afterwards. So when you're recruiting these kids to your program, it's all good. Do it, but also take the step to make sure that you contact them. Preston Bell said we go to houses, Halloween parties, Thanksgiving games, basketball, AAU, Christmas, all day. Yo, Preston, I'm gonna be honest. As I listened to the young men last week, that was the consistent theme. So if y'all doing that, man, shout out to you. I'm not gonna lie, I don't do that as much as I would like in the off season. I'm kind of I kind of try to give back to my family that time that I kind of strip away from them all year. I do check in with a lot of players, but it's not as much as I would like. So if you're doing that, brother, shout out to you, because I'm not going to lie, I'm not even doing all that, and I consider myself a person that care. Instilling discipline in the kids, ultimately creating integrity. I agree, IJ. I think one of the most important things we can give these kids as coaches, and you coach at the younger level, y'all do a great job, is integrity, because that is that's a trait that they're going to carry throughout their life, and it's going to stick, right? Like we instill. The reason I tell everybody, the reason I choose to do football, because football kind of mimics life more than any other sport. In basketball, if I put LeBron James on any high school team right now in America, they win the championship. I could put LeBron James on any high school football team right now. It don't automatically mean he's going to win the championship. Life is like that. You can't go through life by yourself. I'm not going to get all into it, but that's what I think. Crystal Hewitt said it takes a village: coaches, parents, community, and support. 1,000%. I tend to agree with a lot of stuff y'all said, but that right there, it takes a village. You cannot run a program by yourself. You can't be up there saying you're doing it by yourself and all of that. It takes a lot to be able to run a massive program. When you got, look, even smaller programs, it's not about numbers, but it takes a lot to be successful at running a good program. And a lot of our programs that's running, we make it look easy, but y'all don't see the sweat and the days we come home and our backs hurting. We've been out since 6 a.m., not getting back to 9 at night. Nobody want kudos, but that's what we talking about. Laser, what's up, Laser? He agreed that Manchester Redhawks is a good program. Stephanie says start at the top with the directors and the presidents that are active, know all about their age groups, cheer. Football can energize the coaches, get the football players and cheerleaders to the next level. Props to you, the Hartford Hurricanes. I will take all the props we can get, because I love flowers, and when you giving them up, I'm going to take them. I'm not one of those people that don't like flowers. Coaches that understand youth sports is developmental. Giving the entire team, sorry, I lost my spot. There we go. Giving the entire team the opportunity. Part of the development in building them up and preparing them for winning on the field in academics. It goes hand in hand. True. We would hope, right? We hope that teaching them how to win will go hand in hand between winning on the field and winning off the field. Not everybody care about off the field stuff once they get your child on the field and they're winning, because they can do this. And I went to Florida and you didn't, and sincerely, we're the best, right? You know, we all coaches, we all a little narcissistic. It's just true. Coaches won't admit it. Because we think we're smarter than the other guy on the other side. Else we wouldn't do what we do. And so we lose sight. I've been, in my younger years, I lost sight, and I was so craving to go to nationals. I kind of lost sight of what it was about at times, you know. So I agree with you. Great program equals when no team can stop you. So Pop Warner steps in and does. I don't know what that means. Everyone. Oh, Briasia was saying everybody has to show discipline. Everybody. Robert Beeman said player development. A player should be a better player than when they were at the beginning of the season, and should be well prepared for joining a high school team and at least at base level football IQ. So let me ask everybody a question. If I start a program and I do nothing more than just prepare your child for high school football, nothing more, I'm never going to call him. I'm not checking in with him. I'm not going to care about if he's in the streets when I'm done with him. But your child gets to high school and he's ready for the game. I've taught him the high school latest language. He know which foot his football IQ got raised up. Is that necessarily something that makes me great as a coach? Talk to me about that. I'm interested. I'm not saying that's what you're saying, Rob. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but it just prompted a question in my mind, brother. So I want to ask people, you know, how much emphasis are these parents putting on coaches when making these decisions? The foundation of the program is built on what is built on is what he said. So for me, the Patriots culture would be family, putting the kids before the game, ultimately removing winning and losing. And what are you instilling in the kids? That's a great point. Every program gets to kind of create their own culture, and then we have a larger culture, which is the state of Connecticut, which we'll talk about. So every program get to create their own culture, right? And that's important stuff, because the culture you create inside your program. What was that? Come on, man. The culture you create inside your program will have a long-lasting impact on the kids. Think about it. We sometimes get kids at 5 years old, and they stay with us through 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13. And if you're lucky, they'll come back at 14 years old. That's a long time to be in a culture. So hopefully you're creating a culture of positivity, a culture of discipline, a culture of winning, of learning and educating and consistency, so that the kids, when they're done, they automatically have those traits. Because when they get to high school without some of those things, you see that a lot of your kids tend to float off. And no, every kid that don't decide to play high school football after youth don't fall on the program. We can't take that responsibility. Preston said, we are beyond a team. I have the iPhone 15 too. Chill. We live. Listen, mine has been messing up, man. I don't know about yours, but mine has been messing up. Shout out to the OCATL. Oh, shout out to ATL, the OC. New Haven 10U team. That's a shout out from the mom. I figure out what you're doing. What LJ said, what he mean is, are you teaching the game of football? Can you win the games, have players that don't learn anything going through your program? I agree. But we see it, and everybody out there, let me say something on behalf of programs, because too many times programs get the bad raps. I want to say, understand that programs are at the mercy of the volunteers in the community that they represent. We're not paying our coaches. So a lot of the people out there that go, y'all don't got good coaches at this level and all the good coaches at that level, you have to understand that every program in America can't have great coaches, because if they was that great, they'd be working somewhere getting paid for it. And no, every coach that's not getting paid for it don't mean that they're not great either. A lot of you football coaches could go to high school right now and kick their butts. What I'm saying is sometimes we're subject to the volunteers in our communities and those that want to donate time. I had somebody say to me real simply, he said, I got a I was talking to a president, I ain't gonna say his name, and we were talking about coaches and how, whether or not we were coming back as presidents or being involved in sports. He said, I have a very good coach. He care about the kids. He spends his time. Him and his staff care about these kids. They love these kids, but they're horrible football coaches. They just don't know how to coach football, right? And so what do y'all think about the flip side of that? Great men teaching your kids how to be strong men, how to be educated, on their butts in the classroom, going to the party, checking in with mom, holding them accountable when they messing up in school. But boy, they don't know how to teach a trap block. They don't know how to teach no scheme. They just don't know. And they're going to have their pad and they're trying hard, but they're horrible coaches. I want to know what y'all think about that. Oh, Garrett Barrow said, I can't forget him. Okay. Great coaches equals ATL. He's had an impact and constant connection with our boys since 6U. He's still locked in with them. Let me say something to all the programs out there. I'm going to use ATL as an example. Programs. Look, the game is to be sold, not told. I'm going to eat some of this. I'm about to give you a gem on how to consistently breathe life into your program. You don't want to listen to me? Fine. But you better listen to this if you want a lasting program. If you new at running a program or you just took over, I'm about to give you the gem. You ready? Bring in fresh blood to your program, your organization consistently. Stop with just keeping only the same people and never giving nobody else an opportunity. I'm going to be honest. You ever seen an old dude that don't know he old? Because he just don't know he old. So you see the old dude, he in the club and he think he 20 and everybody like, this dude old, man. He don't know he old. Some of y'all offensive coordinators and head coaches and defensive coordinators, y'all don't know that y'all thing is a little stale. Y'all don't, them plays that work and ain't all of a sudden work. It happened to me many times. It's starting not to work. It's getting stale. Bring in somebody new. They brought in ATL. A kid I played against who's now coaching. Just want to say that. Let's keep going. Becca said, my guy Laser. What's, this Roxbury Manchester thing. Don't be trying to get together. James Wright said dedication from coaches, players, higher ups, and consistency to remain in the season and off season, creating a family environment, growth in the mindset of the players, the result of the kids after youth football, and the interest of reciprocity. I don't know what the word is. It might be me, bro, not your right, and I'm gonna be honest. From the former players, I think he's saying former players need to recycle back into the program and help the kids after they have finished. I have right now at my 6U level, one of my first seasons ever I coached. He was my starting running back. He's now one of the coaches of my 6U. And I coached with one of the running backs who I coached when I first started back in 2003. I let them all come back. I have all my players all year. I think it's the brotherhood that's built around the teammates. I take all my kids all over the country with me all summer from flag and 7-on-7 tournament. That builds chemistry, relationships, and bonds that last longer than you think. Larry Myers, and that is factually true. And that's why he is in the Hartford Hurricanes, because it's true. I know pretty much y'all think that he put this massive team together, and it was not like that at all. When Larry came to Hartford, Chance and the rest of these kids, Joe, they were all there. He just built relationships with them, so it looked like he brings these kids everywhere. But it's not true. It's not true. I promise you. Jose said, as a coach, he made school visits and checked up on his players. It's more than just football. He wants the kids to win and be successful. Preston Bell said, then you're trash. Trash coach, that's your final destination. Getting them to the point to be ready for high school, but still not instilling values in them is an L to me. It has to be bigger than football. Shout out to Wes, my boy from Waterbury. Wes said the city is his. You want to go to Waterbury? Tap in with him. Garrity, his son playing big-time football over at Loomis right now, by the way. Yo, did Southern tell New Britain they can't play in the playoffs because they're an all-star team? I'm not getting into that. I don't know what Southern told them because I'm in Central Connecticut, Pop Warner. Yup, we don't get paid. You sure, Preston? I don't know. You got an iPhone 15. Costs a lot of money. Shout out to Daryl Sebastian, Eric Robinson, whose children have gone to high school, but they still coach youth and are trying to make their programs great. They are really trying to get Southeastern Connecticut football on the map. Shout out to those young men. Listen, I've never had boys, so I haven't had the luxury of knowing what it's like to let your child go and still be involved in youth sports. I know it had to be tough for those men. I'm sure they missed some practices and possibly some games. So shout out to them. The organization has to invest in training. Have coaching clinics for your program. Everyone needs help at some point. That's true. I think it has to be a balance between what they are, because they are still football coaches. Can't be considered a coach if you can't coach. Sound like someone that's that sound on the board and not on the coaching staff. Probably he should go on the board. I think that's what you meant. You can learn to be a better coach, and genuine person is built from the start. That's true. You can learn to be a better coach. But if you just a messed up person, you're a messed up person. It ain't going to work. Exactly why I travel and study the game. I've learned to evolve. Old dudes got to listen to the youth. That's from the guy, Nadim. You're right. You're right. I think at some point we got to become open-minded. When you young and you're a Thundercat and you think you know it all and you on fire, every young coach going to catch his fire and be winning a lot of games and hopefully make a trip to nationals. At some point, it's going to start to stall. And what do you do with your car when it's stalling and all that? Take it to the shop to get fixed. Got to do the same thing in football. Pop that ish, Phil, young ATL, the truth, and he doing his thing. Great programs grow and always say it twice. Kel Laser said facts at what you said. Craig, I think if you love your kids and treat them as your own, that will make you great. True. I mean, what you willing, if you won't do something, if you won't put your child in that predicament, maybe you should think twice about putting somebody else's child in that predicament. That's why I do the All-Star game the way I do it, because I believe I think about it when at the start of the year, if my son was going to play this year, what would I want him to be able to experience? Everybody, if in sports, in the Connecticut culture, let's start thinking with those thoughts first, and we'll talk about how we could possibly get out of this rut of the nitpicking and all that. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll help. But on that note, we could talk about this all night. I think we know what makes a great program. To me, I'll give you my answer because I haven't. To me, what makes a great program is one, programmatic integrity, right? And I'll give you some examples from my perspective. The Hartford Hurricanes have never owed a bill since I've been the president. We've never owed a bill. Now, obviously, I went and got helmets and had to pay a bill. There's not a vendor alive that can ever say we didn't pay a bill. That's programmatic integrity. There's not a program that needed help and we had the resources and didn't help. Programmatic integrity. So I think you got to have programmatic integrity as one. And two is, I say it all the time, look at your rosters at the end of the year. If everybody take all their rosters, so I have 11 teams, 7 football and 4 cheer. If I take my roster, not counting the people that move on to high school, how many of those young men, those coaches, the parents return to your program? That says a lot about you when you start to look at how many people will consistently come back to your program. There's no doubt in my mind that we will all lose people. That's the nature of the game in youth football, right? None of us is 100% doing everything right. We all can be better. But you want to keep your look at that catch. Oh, head tap. I'm sorry. But you want to keep your percentage of return at least in the 90s. And we do that. Those are the things I look at. Those are the things I pay attention to, right? How many of the kids are returning? And for the ones that's not, why? I will never stop a kid from leaving Hartford. I just want to know why, right? And I don't want to hear from the parent, because parents will get mad and snatch their kid and their kid having fun, because parents act off of emotions. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, not all parents, but sometimes parents will act off of emotions as opposed to what's best. Oh, my son can't start over there, I'm going to take my son somewhere else. That's an emotional decision. I don't care about those things. I don't use that at all as a sign of any program. But when a program not doing what they're supposed to be doing, that is when I feel you're not running a good program. So to me, that's what's going on. Integrity at all levels, period. Retention is the key. Exactly, Stephanie Bree said it. When someone leaves, you have to see where you're going wrong. 100%. Listen, all programs should reflect. All programs. Now, doesn't mean we're going to change drastically, but should we reflect? Probably so. And listen, it's hard. It's hard. I'm a president. It's hard for me as a president to reflect and say, I did something wrong. When you got 260 kids and you got football teams winning championships, some losing, some undefeated, some in the middle, some not doing so well. You got some teams going to Florida for cheering, some going for football. It's hard for you to sit back and reflect and feel like you did something wrong. That's not an easy pill to swallow. I don't swallow that pill easily. So I might come off the people that's giving me that criticism as a person that don't want to take it. Don't take that personal. It's just our guard mechanism. We're busting our hiney holes, not we as presidents. We as the volunteers in youth football. Criticism don't come easy all the time. Y'all got to give us a second, right? Like, damn, I'm doing all I can. And so some of that pushback is not always discuss or disagreement. Some of it in a moment, it's an emotional, like, damn, I ain't doing that. No, that's how we do it. Even though we shouldn't do it like that, I'm going to stand on that for now because I'm feeling some type of way. And so I'm just being honest with y'all that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. With that being said, let's highlight. We highlighted the cheerleaders, right? Hold on. We highlighted the cheerleaders. Let's highlight some football players, okay? Delmar Wildcats out of Delaware. Yes. We are not only highlighting people in New England, we are highlighting people all around the nation now because they're asking for it. So we're going to give it to them. Delmar Wildcats, 12U out of Delaware. Let's see what they about. I've never seen this, by the way. Toss. Oh, ran him over. He ran him over. Listen, good stuff, Wildcats. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. We're about to see some amazing talent. I got some amazing clips. Nobody should be emotional. We should all be celebrating. We should all be celebrating these youth, okay? Because that's important stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's keep going. I got so many. I gotta make sure I get to them. Because we got a lot. Let's get to. All right. Let me get to this. Aiden Beeman, number 22 from the Springfield Tigers, 11U. He had 3 touchdowns, 1 off a pick six, 103 yards rushing, 5 defensive tackles from the safety position, 1 defensive kickoff recovery. The boy was doing this thing. Let's get lit. Let's get lit. Let's get lit. Let's get lit. He's playing defense, y'all. He's playing defense. Let's see what's about to pop off. Let's see what's about to pop off. Springfield Tigers 11U. They go to Jet, number 22. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Touchdown. I don't know about y'all, but that boy looked like a dog. Just imagine if we could find a way, Connecticut, to put all this talent together and go run up against the OG Ducks or one of those other teams. We'd beat 5 out of those teams. I'm just telling you the truth. I think we could beat those teams easy if we put our talent together. And that ain't to start beef. Don't start going, yo, I've been saying that forever. I'm just saying, dog. Like, I think, it'll be nice to see it all together. All right. Y'all know where we going, y'all. We are about to go out to Meriden. We're going to Meriden. 12U team who pulled the upset this week. And we going to watch the kid Majesty. Going to watch Madge. He drops back. Oh, good pass. Intercepted at the 1 yard line by Madge. That was a crazy catch, y'all. That catch was crazy. Falling back in the end zone. That's Madge. Shout out to that Meriden team. Pulled off an upset. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. I mean, nobody thought they could do it. I mean, maybe they did. I didn't think that they could do it. Let me speak for myself. Madge, I gotta be honest, Madge. I didn't think y'all was gonna win. I thought Justin team was untouchable, at least in New England. I was wrong. I didn't say it on the podcast, but I was wrong. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't say on the podcast that would happen. But I was wrong. And you know what? Justin needed that to get himself back in gear. Let's keep going. Let's keep showing some highlights. I got a girl coming up too. Amazing, a talented young lady. Doing some good stuff. Oh, we going to New Britain Power Raiders. Number 22, John Judge on a run. Thanks to Cardinal, we got this run. Let's show the Power Raiders 12U team. They doing their thing. Slowly building. They doing their thing. Let's watch John do his run, y'all. Come on, let's give it up for that young man. Oh. Reverse. 40, 30, 10, 5. Touchdown, New Britain, Power Raiders. Good call, coach. Look like good stuff. Let's keep going. We got a lot of people to get to here. Let's see what we got. Oh, I know we got to go. Hold on, y'all. Because some people posted this stuff in Facebook under the chat instead of inboxing it to me. So let's get to that. I had people send me emails. Let's get to that. Springfield Tigers 11U is a solid team. Hopefully we can cross paths before Florida to get each other ready, says Larry Myers. Shout out to Meriden. Been on the radar since 8U. Oh, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know Meriden been doing their thing since 8U. That's good stuff. I did not know Meriden was doing their thing since 8U. That team have the whole team been together since 8U? I don't know if that's the case. Has the whole team been? Somebody tell me if that team been together predominantly since 8U. All right, so let's go to your very own. Everybody know the kid. He's a dog mentality. coached by one of the better coaches in the state of Connecticut. I'm not saying that because I'm biased, because I am. But we got Zay, y'all. We all know who Zay is. Right? Let's talk about it. He had 15 carries. 15 carries. 15. I mean, look at it. That's a broken tackle. That's another one. Then this is called outrunning you. That is called outrunning you. Let's watch it. Look at the carry. Look at the move. In and out, stiff arm, up the sideline. This is called speed, 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 speed. Listen, the boy runs the football. The boy runs the football, and he knows what he's doing. And hold up. What is up with my thing? Like, I'm trying to get this out to get these kids recognized. But the boy Zay is a dog. I think most of us know who he is. That was great stuff. By the way, 15 carries, 250 yards. Y'all hear that? 15 carries, 250 yards. All right. Hey, we're going to New Haven. LJ Lawrence. Lawrence Howard out of New Haven. Let's watch the clip. We're going to New Haven, everybody. Let's see what they out there doing. Let's see what they out there. They putting on for their city or what? Let's find out. Snap. He throws the pass up. Oh, that's a good pass. Touchdown. It looked like that might have put him on the clock. Home team was up 23-6. Watch it again. The young man cocks his arm and throws. That's a pretty far pass. I don't know. That was good stuff right there. That was good stuff. Where we going? Oh, we're going back to the home team. We're going back to the home team. We're going back to the home team. Your very own Barry Stevens out of the Hartford Hurricanes 12U with the pick 6. And he is off to the races. Oh, that's a kickoff. I'm sorry. There you go, down the sideline. Broken tackle. Nice and easy. That's light work. Nothing to see there. Shout out to Barry. His mom, his dad. They all my peoples. Where we going? Oh, Steven Soares Jr. I think we got on deck. Steven Soares Jr. is on deck. This run is kind of blurry. I don't know if y'all going to be able to see it, but I'm going to share it because they shared it with me. And we want to highlight the young men today and the young women. This show is about y'all today. Positive energy only. Good vibes. No messy stuff like they were saying. Up the sideline. Stiff arm. Stiff arm. He's got, that's 3 tackles. That's 4 tackles. He didn't go all the way. 5 broken tackles. Listen, y'all that been watching the you may not know who he is, but if y'all been paying attention to the All-Star game over the last couple years, you already know he's a dog and got that dog mentality. Jamali G. I never know if I'm saying your name right, bro. I never know if I'm saying your name right. But let's highlight these young men and women that's playing football right now. And that's what we're about to do. Boom. Let's get it. Okay. Come on. There we go. Woo! By the way, y'all see that tackle right there? I'm going to play it again. I want to say something about it. Y'all see that tackle? Where's that? Come on, man. Okay, anyway, y'all saw the tackle. Anyway, that tackle right there was considered illegal. We had a kid do it. IJ, let's go to New Britain Powell, baby. Let's see what was popping out there. Pass. Woo! All hands. Let's watch that again. Hey, by the way, these kids is 9 years old. Oh my! Listen, that's a great catch by a young man, man. Great catch by the young man. All hands too. All hands. All hands. Look like we still in New Britain at 9U. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see what we got. That's what we here for, right? This is a youth football podcast. Let's highlight the youth. Oh, wait, he just caught a pass. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. IJ. That ain't right, man. Bloomfield Junior Warhawks. What y'all got going on out there? That's Bloomfield High School. Woo, the boys big. Who y'all playing, Bloomfield? Look like Bloomfield wins a rival game. I can eat to this game. Shout out to the 095, my boy Steve. He drops back. Oh, he let that thing loose. Over the shoulder. Hey, that's good stuff. That's good stuff, man. I told y'all sending highlights. Look, this stuff is good watching these kids, man. What we got going on now, Bloomfield? What y'all up to? What y'all up to? We need to hear something because it's too quiet. When? You hear them cheerleaders? Oh, he took off. Oh, you see the block? Oh, my. Hey, I got an idea what we're going to start doing, y'all, on the podcast. I got an idea. You know what we're going to start doing? I'm going to start having people send me entire games, and we're going to play the games live with the head coaches here as they talk about the game, like Peyton Manning and his brother. I think we need to do that. Nikki Williams sent me something. I don't know who this is, who the kids are, but let's play it and highlight the young man. He could be watching. Around that corner. Oh, he stopped. Did the back left. Oh, he goes back. No, he didn't. No, and they got him. Wait, he pitched it back. They go kid on the ground, and they scored a touchdown. Shout out to whatever team that is. All right, we back in New Haven, number 5 and number 22, Bryson Josiah. Kid rolls out. He throws a dime. They wide open. That's a touchdown. That's Coach Steve on the sideline clapping, so it must be 10U. Hey, and there you have it. Oh, no. I got to do one more, but I'll talk. So let me say this. I got to highlight somebody else, but I'm about to do that in a second. Let me say this, that it's important. I want to talk about us in Connecticut. So let's get a little my boy C say let's get Mixxy, right? He say let's get Mixxy. I think in Connecticut too often every coach in the state of Connecticut and every parent tells these kids and these fathers, I can help you get into prep school. That's what everybody say. The truth of the matter is, all they can introduce you to is a coach. Most of the work is going to be done by you, a trainer, or somebody that plays that position in between. I'm talking about youth coaches mainly. There's only a handful of youth coaches that can actually get you to a prep school, introduce you to a head coach directly, and really make a real connection out there. And I'm not, and parents, this is for you. This is for you. I'm not knocking no coach. I'm not knocking recruiting tactics. In the state of Connecticut, though, we get so emotional and so mad over stuff that I see them clown and laugh about in the Florida chat rooms and Miami chat rooms. They don't get as mad. They don't get as how do I talk about this properly? We have programs. I'm trying to get into this, y'all, without getting into it. I don't want to highlight any situation, but we got programs that are at odds with each other because of words being said on sidelines or where you sit or stuff like that. Everybody listen up. The truth of the matter is, a lot of people will never root for your team because you're on it. A lot of people ain't never gonna root for the Hartford Hurricanes because I exist. Ever. They want nothing good that come to us. I walk by them. See, too many times in Connecticut, what we got going on is we're used to jumping in inboxes and saying, yo, I don't mess with him. I hate him. And then we turn around and go, yo, what up, man? How you doing, bro? What's going on? Listen, we got to start being men. Just walk by somebody. It ain't beef. I said that up on the thing. We got to stop thinking because I don't talk to you that I'm beefing with you. It seems like a lot of people don't know what beef is. And secondly, you don't get to decide. I'm talking about everybody. If you're beefing with somebody, somebody else get to decide if you're beefing with them. This past week, and I'm just going to be honest, this past week, I was talking to a lot of people about a lot of the stuff going on in Connecticut. And there was guys in the state of Connecticut in youth football that was about to get hands put on them. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all remember my statement up there? Yo, we all need to take a deep breath because something's going to happen in the state of Connecticut. There was guys in the youth football that was going to get hands put on them. I'm telling y'all, there was guys that was going to get hands put on them. And you do not get to decide, yo, this ain't beef. That's not your decision. You don't get to say what you want, act how you want, and do what you want, and then say it's not beef. And then when they take it to 1,000, you say, yo, you know what everybody gonna say? Yo, he took it too far. Look, there's no such thing as taking it too far. When you think that you have beef with someone. That's why the temperature got to get cool. Everybody friends aren't in youth football. So you might be chitty chatty patty with somebody right there. But his friends ain't chitty chatty patty because they don't know the youth football world. But they're his friends. And when he say, let's move, they gonna move. They're not moving with the idea of youth football. They're moving strategically to strike your whole platoon. And you don't understand why. Because you think you're dealing with a youth football guy, which you are. But the people with him, not youth football guys. That's what's going to spark something negative right there. And everybody got guys with them. I'm not acting like nobody tougher than nobody. But, you know, and it ain't where you from. It ain't because you from Hartford, you tough. Or you from New Haven or Bridgeport or none of the cities. There's dudes in the suburbs that'll beat the crap out you. But the temperature got to get turned down. Everybody's temperature got to get turned down. Mine's too. Everybody's temperature got to get turned down because it's getting wild out here. Dude, I'm telling you, y'all don't know the half of what was dude. Listen, it was like that for a hot second this week. I'm telling y'all, it was like that for a hot second this week. Everybody hear me? It was like that for a hot second this week. And I was like, yo, this is wild. This is wild. This is wild. And so I saw a lot of dudes saying, oh, well, you know, yo, nah, man, you know, I don't got beef. You don't know that. If somebody might not be as smart as you, somebody might be a little bit more ignorant than you. It happens, right? We can have people more ignorant than us. And you might be like, yo, I ain't even really say nothing. Okay. But that don't mean he ain't going to go upside your head because you don't feel like you said nothing. He may not take too kindly of what you're saying. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. I only speak with people I mess with. I don't speak to people I don't mess with. I'm not interested in talking to nobody I don't mess with. I'm not. Now, if I'm doing something, even if I don't know a person like that and they say what up, I'm always going to show love because that's the type of person I am. I'm always going to show you love. You say what up, Phil, I'm going to say what up back. Automatic, right? But if I genuinely know you hard, you have something, some type of, because I'm going to be honest, I don't have no enemies. I don't get to decide that. I don't think I have no enemies, right? And so I don't move with the same animosity or hate that a lot of people move with, because I don't feel like nobody's hating on me. Because I operate in a lot of realms where you can't hate on me because you're not there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most of the realms I operate, you can't hate on me. Like, because you're not there to hate on me. There are people that's there that can hate on me, but most of the youth football people aren't there to hate on me in the areas in which I operate. And so I don't feel like nobody's hating on me. I don't feel like nobody's holding me down. I don't feel like nobody can take me down. Because everything I'm doing on the up and up, I hear all the time, oh, this person saying he got the dirt on you. I don't even know what that means. You see what I'm doing every Wednesday? You think if anybody had dirt on me, it wouldn't be in these comments? You wildin'. But this youth football thing is going to lead to violence if everybody don't turn the temperature down. Because most of the beef, when I hear it from both sides, it ain't really like that. It ain't really like that, y'all. It ain't really like that. And so if we can try to listen, so one person asked me, yo, would you be willing to call these two guys and have them sit down? And I said I would be willing to do that, but what I don't want it to turn into is me looking like some peacemaker, so I would never want it to get out. And my issue is too many people want to post something on social media. I just want to be involved to tell, because both of the brothers that was involved, I genuinely like I really genuinely like. And no, we ain't cool and we ain't over each other house, but I genuinely like these brothers and would like to sit them down, right? And just say, yo, dog, like how we, like, what can we do? Look, what could I do? Maybe it's nothing I can do and they just gonna bang out when I leave, cool. But I would like to try, right? But I think it'll hit social media because that's where we at today. And to me, that's corny. I've never been in one of y'all inboxes. There's nobody who inbox I've been in trying to recruit your child and saying anything about any other person. Listen, I'm a firm believer that I'm just going to run a program that's going to make everybody want to come. And is everybody going to want to come? No, I get that. But in my mind, I'm running a program where everybody want to come. If that rubs you the wrong way, that's okay. That's okay. I get sometimes my, I hear it all the time. Oh, you arrogant. That's not arrogance. That's called a belief. Y'all don't believe in me. I'm going to believe in my damn self. And am I doing everything right? No, I see a lot of programs doing a lot of stuff better than me. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to give a shout out to my boy, Mick the Mayor. Left Pop one and went to AYF. And Mick got me going, damn, he's trying to make me number 2 in marketing. Every time I look at Mick the Mayor page, I'm see Mattapan Patriots with a new video, a new marketing flyer, a new this. And I said to that man, yo, shout out to how you market in your program, because that's it. Everybody out there, stop letting people tell you clout chasing. What the hell are you supposed to be doing for your kids? Putting them in the best position, providing as much access as possible. Nowadays, access come in the form of views as well. Giving them access to people, access to coaches to follow their Instagram pages, access. It's their parents' job to make sure that Instagram page is clean enough and have enough videos and don't have nothing bad on it, so that when that coach, when you spark their interest, that they come and they go, yo, I see your program all the time. I have prep school coaches that come to our practice. It's because they know who we are. They'll go to any of y'all practice. I ain't doing nothing special, but I'm just doing it. It's not clout chasing. None of y'all out there is clout chasing when you posting your program. You building your thing up. If you're not marketing your children, that's part of being a bad program. What makes a program great? Marketing. Marketing makes a program great. That's what makes a program great. And so y'all let words, and I did too. No, let me rephrase that. I don't. Y'all let words change your strategy. Words have never changed my strategy. Words that never change. You always gonna see hashtag sincerely the program, #1 program in New England. Don't take offense. You should steal it, copy it, and paste it under all your pictures. So every time somebody go, who's the #1 program in New England? That your thing pop up. I'm giving out too many gems right now, to be honest with you, because the game is to be sold, not told. And I'm telling y'all the game. I'm telling y'all how to change your algorithm. I should be like, you know, I should be the algorithm ball, right? Like my boy in battle. I'm the algorithm ball, okay? Maybe y'all should call me that. But let's go. Let's highlight another young lady and young men, because I'm getting in my I'm getting in the zone. All right, where we at? We in Norwich. Look like Norwich. The Wildcats. Got a video here. Whoa, that's King, y'all. Woo! I didn't even know who had the ball. That's a dog right there. Y'all see him? Watch the game. Some nice uniforms, by the way. Boom. He busts through. That's a sack. That's a sack. Listen, young man got dog. Look at him. Up, broken tackle. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Listen, man. That's a fullback. I ain't gonna recruit him publicly. Not now, at least. Woo! Yo, listen. The boy's balling. His brother's at high school balling. I mean, look at that. Jesus Christ. I mean, if you in AYF and you got to stop that, good luck at whatever level of football that is, because that's not going to be easy. That's not going to be easy. So I wanted to do some AYF and some Pop Warner rankings, right? Because I thought it was important to do. I didn't get the information in time, so I'm not going to be able to do it. I do have the Pop Warner ones, but it's around 10-15. Longer than what I wanted to do, because I got kids and I got to go get them. I'm not going to be able to do the rankings. So with that being said, let me finish off with this. At some point, I think that we had a meeting, but our meeting in New Britain, PAL, was about youth football in New England, and it was dealing with more or less dealing with how a lot of towns is being boxed out. Oh, I need to say this, everybody. I spoke with a referee. Let's go over to the referee issue. Let me highlight something real quick and show y'all something. I had a long conversation with a referee, and they asked me to talk to y'all about it, and I do think it's important that we talk about it. Oh, by the way, there's a monstrous program out in Florida that's at 12U. I wanted to talk about that too. I'm all over the place, but yeah, it's a lot of things that they want. I got to talk about. I'm not gonna be able to get it all. Let me share something with y'all real quick, if y'all don't mind. Bear with me, because I think it's important that we all right, here we go. Let's watch this real quick, and then I'm gonna talk to y'all.
That's not going down.
So they confronted the coaches after the game.
We saw this earlier. I posted this in the chat a long time ago, remember? They said they was going to try to get the middle school coach fired. She'll be at the school tomorrow. This is over playtime, by the way.
News Philadelphia reported in May there were roughly 20,000 less officials across all sports prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, with it only trending downward. Since 2017, the National Umpire Association reports the stats lay bare of the grim reality. They went from 6,000 to just under 5,000. My Journal Courier cited a February 2022 report which found over 50,000 officials exited the industry since 2018-2019. In Illinois, almost 3,000 officials said bye-bye. The answer lies in that first video.
Let me say something that the ref said. Some of y'all out there gonna know the situation. I'm not going to say no names. If you know it, you know it. I really don't care. So the ref was doing a game this week, a big game. And he made a call at the end of the game, and the game was over. The ref said to me, Phil, and I'm going to just say what he said to me. Y'all will pick up on what I was about to say. He said, Phil, what I'm going to say, I don't mean no disrespect to you. I automatically knew where he was going when he said that to me, right? He was of a different race, so I automatically knew where he was going. He said, but I'm not doing no more games in said league because this predominantly happens when I do games in that league that's predominantly minority towns on minority towns. He said, when I do games in the CTYFL, when I do games in Shoreline, when I do games in Nutmeg, I never face this type of stuff. And so most of y'all's, well, not most, some probably saying, yo, that's dirty. He's talking about black people. I don't know his experiences, so I didn't attack him like that because I had to operate off an open mind because I'm not a referee, right? So I don't know what his experiences have been all year. Remember, we had playoff in week 8. But I can tell you that I was talking to a ref, and he said, after one game this past week, my daughter got trampled. She got a concussion and slammed to the ground. She got bruises on her knee. And the dude that did it tried to fight him because he made a call in the game in which they lost. His daughter was 2 years old. And when he trampled the daughter, this is what he said. I'm not saying this is what the guy did. He said, the guy said, I don't give a F what I did after trampling over a 2-year-old child who head hit the ground, knee hit the ground, and trampled. So the guy's wife said, you will not do any more games in that league. All I'm saying is I'm part of the culture. I'm not separating myself. I'm not going to do the sucker shit and act like, oh, I ain't with y'all. I'm part of the culture. We got to do better. Whether it's our fault or not, it's irrelevant. Because when the referees go away, the game is over. This week alone, on Saturday, Hartford Hurricanes homecoming day, my ref board has absolutely no referees for me. Absolutely no referees. Hey, Phil, I can't cover 7 games on Saturday. Everybody who know Hartford Hurricanes, we've been playing on Saturdays for the last maybe 10 years. Absolutely no referees for me on Saturday. That was never like that. I've been in Southern. I did Southern schedule since like 2017 or something crazy like that. When we had 20-something teams, I was doing the schedule. We never had where the referees didn't have referees. On a Saturday, most youth football games take place on Sunday. This is Saturday. No referees. Now, maybe your high school's playing a role in that. But what can we do is the question. What can we do as a community to attack that problem? Like, we got so many things we need to think about before we get to putting hands on somebody over football. Yo, I can do this. What are the repercussions? My son may never be able to play again. I might bring a bad reputation to my program. I might get my team kicked out. Something bad might pop off. So after you answer all those questions, if your answer is still yes, on top of, should I be doing this in front of children? Should I, if I got that much pent up animosity that I need to put hands on somebody because my child don't get the call he wants, should I be doing X, Y, Z? If you go through those 8 things and you still say you need to put hands on somebody, then go ahead, put hands on somebody. If you logically thought all of those things out and you get to the conclusion that you need to, then you probably should, to be honest with you. Probably go to jail. But I was talking to the dude, and when he said, yo, my wife is afraid, she don't want me to do games no more. And I was just kind of like, damn, it's kind of messed up. Like, this man, wife is telling him, I want you to go out the shoreline and nutmeg and CTYFL. She wasn't saying that to be racist, y'all. We can't paint that picture. She's saying that because she got a husband that she wants to come home safe at night. She has that right, like every other wife in America, to want her husband to come home safe. And if any of us have a wife, a girlfriend, a shorty, a chick that care about us, and we go anywhere where they feel like our lives might be at jeopardy, would they want you to go there, regardless of the race? No. And if you notice that it's happening particularly in one area as opposed to another, I'm like 90% sure they'll say, nah, don't go there. Nah, don't go there. So we got to think about that. As I was watching this, I put this post up and the referee called my cell phone. He said, hey, I want to talk to you. And so we started talking about that very issue. And he shared this information with me. And I was just blown away because in my mind, I was like, maybe that's playing a part and maybe some buys. I can tell you right now that some of the games that we had in Central couldn't get 4 refs when they needed 4 or 3 refs when they needed 3. Some 3 ref games played with 2. Some 4 ref games played with 3. So just something to think about. I didn't mean to be so melon, to bring the emotion of the podcast down. But at some point, we got to hold ourselves accountable. You know what I'm saying? And it's some people that's going to criticize the segment and go, man, he always talking that bullshit. And there's some people that get it, right? It's some people that understand, especially the administrators that's responsible for making sure their kids are on a football field. Y'all know when somebody go, yo, we don't got no referees, and you scrambling. God damn. Especially those of us that got to find the refs for our leagues. It ain't many of those. So as you climb up that ladder, your thing get harder and harder to find. And so lastly, I'm going to leave this with y'all because it's your boy PH the Prez, Mr. Above 140. Watch out for people who try to hurt you or berate you by using information they know about you. That's my message of the day. Listen again. Watch out for people that try to hurt you or berate you by using information they know about you. Those type of people never, ever really cared about you. Those type of people never, ever really cared about you. And I heard somebody say this on a meme. They said, using information against me when you no longer my friend is still crossing me. I'm going to say it again. Using information against me when you're no longer my friend, that's still crossing me. I'm going to leave y'all with that. It's your boy PH. I'm out. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. I went above time. Easy.